So,
If
after the Anaru genie turns up,
what happens?
we can be like, "Oh my god, it's an Anaru genie! Woo!
And then,
I can tell you about disco lights."
and then,
We tell them about disco lights using a series of diagrams and illustrations,
let's get started on that.
and then they can like design their own disco lights. Like, well,
And by the way, I don't think it's fair that he hasn't been in this bit yet.
this is what happens. Anaru's in the computer zone.
Nathan, what does that say?
Used for something. Could copy and paste it onto the PowerPoint.
Ooh. Control V. Explain systematically across science how colour filters work and could be used for discos.
This is quite repetitive, isn't it?
I mean, state how colour filters work and design a simple disco light. Could be used to generate disco lights. For more complex disco lights, design complex disco lights.
Yeah, explain how colour filters work. Describe how colour filters could be used to generate disco lights. State how colour filters work.
Explain how colour filters work. Evaluate how colour filters work.
Wow, this is great. We should just copy and paste the earlier slides.
I wonder if they'll notice. I think they might notice.
Well then. Let's do this.
Well, here's Nathan in the zone. I think my zone is much better.
I'm thinking, I'm not typing yet. It works well.
Yeah, Nathan wanted me to record this so that it looked like he actually did something.
Yeah, because at the moment in the behind the scenes, it just looks like me screwing around.
Which is
Which
what
is
happened
true.
for most of the time.
There's a lot of colour filters.
Apparently you can use a wire as a tripod.
Fair enough. Ow! At work. Let's see what level 8. Evaluate the use of colour. What? We've just done that! In every slide!
Except for the first one.
Except for the first one! Jay, here's the Mac you refused to believe Anaru built. Very impressive, isn't it? I don't think that'll work.
Right, okay. Where else are we going to put it?
Well, won't work on that desk.
Subject is too dark. Maybe that's because there's a lens cap.
This camera isn't very clever, is it?
Apparently, there's a hook on the ceiling. And it's conveniently placed right in the corner so we can hang our very expensive camera from it.
At least it will land on the bed if the hook destroys the ceiling.
Yeah, there's a slight problem though. It does that quite a bit.
Any ideas? That didn't sound good.
Hopefully it's not like shut down, too scared. Right,
Ow!
Don't use basic physics. Or just hope it works.
Let's see if physics saves the day.
To be honest, I think it's more my badminton racket than...
Wow, look at that physics.
Look at the physics! Alright, this isn't working. Alright, use the... somewhat stable.
This is our totally professional camera mount here.
And then these. And then these. And then hopefully this won't fall down.
Shouldn't do.
And
Well,
then this.
that seems stable enough.
I mean, look at this.
Oh, look at that.
Look how much is inside this thing.
That's good.
Or we can make it bigger.
Oh.
Somewhat very stable.
As long as the camera doesn't fall off and explode, we'll be fine.
The camera won't explode, but it might fall off. And look at what's in shot now. Which is better.
That's great. Yeah, because that can get, and it will look a bit more.
I'm still slightly worried about this though.
Don't be. Welcome to Science with Man. Today we'll be talking to you about the making of disco lights. Woohoo! As you can see, over here we have a basic setup. A Ray Box power pack. It's all gone silent.
It's all gone silent.
We are recording this in school just because.
Look, school!
Focus.
Focus, Matthew!
Okay, here we have a basic setup. A Ray box, some filters, a power pack, and a second redundant power pack to make it stand up.
Hold it up. Right.
To hold it up. Yes.
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to draw some different combinations of colours to see what colours appear on the whiteboard. Is that perfectly clear?
Perfectly clear.
Thank you. Now, as you can see, the first one we have is magenta light if the phone decides to pick it up.
That's white light, guys.
This is white light.
That's magenta.
Magenta.
It's a bit white, but I think that's just the way it is.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw that, but we just threw some stuff at them. Right, next filter.
Right, can we start that again?
We have a basic setup over here. We have a power pack, we have a Ray box, we have another power pack holding up a whiteboard that we're shining a light on. Just because. We're going to experiment with different colour filters like these.
Like these.
This one's magenta, as you can probably see. Okay, over here we have a basic setup. We have a power pack that looks like a nuclear launch station. We have a Ray box, which casts a beam of light onto this whiteboard, being held up by another redundant power pack. Back over. We'll be experimenting with different coloured filters like these. We have cyan and magenta. These two are both secondary colours. I'm not going to tell you what they're made of, because honestly, I don't know. Now, as you can see, when we put magenta in, it changes the light to magenta.
But we have a very bad camera at this moment in time.
We aren't equipped with proper recording equipment as we just have phones. Now, as we take the magenta out, we see white light. As we put the cyan in, it changes to cyan. I know, science is very logical. Now, as we put the magenta in with the cyan, it creates blue. I don't know how this works, but all light is part of a spectrum. These two colours are made up of the primary colours. Magenta is made up of two of the primary colours. Cyan is made up of two of the primary colours. I'm not quite sure which ones, because I'm an idiot. Now,